That's what it would be like, yo.
Yeah, as we keep it up we keep it going, yo. I'm really liking that album. Zayd Malik in the studio. What's going on, bro?
Man, what's good, comrade, man? Just doing me, man. Staying all the way to salute.
You know what it is, yo. I could go through a couple of cuts on that album and just be like, yo, this album is what it is. I really like it. I like the way it was put together.
Thank you, man.
But we're not going to talk about that album.
You already know, man.
We're going to talk about what's going on now for 2011. You know what I mean? I mean, first off, introduce yourself to the people, because you got brothers in their cells right now that's listening to you. You got a lot of people listening to you, and I automatically assume everybody know who you are because all of the grinding you be doing, plus because I know who you are.
I definitely be trying, man. I be trying to, represent for our people and make sure we add some balance to the game, man. But yeah, man, I'm Zayd Malik, man. You know what I'm saying? Some people know me as the Young General, Outlaw RBG representative. Malcolm X grassroots movement representative, you know what I'm saying? Real music representative. Yeah, and that's me, man, all day.
That's what it is. You know, one of the things, I've been learning a lot about you the last couple of days, man, because, you know, like, I YouTube Zayd Malik.
All right.
You know what I mean?
You learn about me, man.
And enough respect out to James Wade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he has a lot of good videos, a lot of good stuff. And
the image is important, man. You got to have somebody out there, you know, especially what we doing, making the movement look good, you feel me?
Say it again, the image is important.
Man, image is important, man. Don't downplay image, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look good while you're doing it. People gotta be able to relate to, you know, what you're going on, what you got going on, what you're looking like, and all that kind of thing. So yeah, that's definitely important. People gotta see you in emotion, you know what I mean?
True indeed.
Image ain't always how you look, it's like what you're doing too, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got what you look like and what you're actually doing with yourself. So that's where the videos come into play, especially with this movement music we be doing. You know what I'm saying? We do positive gangster music, outlaw RBG music. So we got to show people what that's looking like, man. So yeah, highlight that YouTube, man. Check out some of my videos, outlaw RBG with Z on the end.
Exactly. And the thing about it is one of the things I learned about you. You know, you just being very sincere about, you know, like you grew up in this. You was talking about your name.
And that's why I call it In the Flesh, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I call the new project Outlaw RBG In the Flesh, because this is something that we actually are walking in. And, you know, I think with this project, you know, I think, you know, just since I started rapping, I've always tried to find that fine line to get across to people that, you know, this movement stuff and this struggle stuff, this revolutionary music that we're doing is something that can be bumped in the club, man, something that you can ride out to. So, you know, since the beginning, man, since I came in the game, I was trying to do that. And, you know, I think on this last project that I'm about to put out right now, I think, I got pretty close to what I'm trying to do, man. So,
let me ask the question, like do you feel a lot of pressure in the sense of, you know, being how you grew up, your history, you knowing so much about the struggle and you being around it for so long, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you feel like you have a lot of pressure, you have a lot to live up to, a lot of expectations?
I mean, I do, but I don't, man. You know, it's one of them type of things. I guess that's the Pisces in me, you know what I'm saying? I'm going upstream and downstream. But I do, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? I do at times, you know what I mean, when I get a lot of people hollering at me on the Facebook saying, you know, I think you this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying, as far as, you know, when people tell you about their perception of you, you know what I'm saying? So I feel a lot of pressure coming on me from that. Like, people think that you something that, you know, you're just a person, you know what I'm saying, and you're trying to be a leader in the movement. And to me, that's what makes the strongest leaders, you know what I mean? So, I mean, in that sense, I kind of feel pressure. I don't want to let nobody down. I just want to be myself, you know what I'm saying? And that's what, you know, a lot of this In the Flesh stuff is about too, you know what I'm saying? Just letting people know that what we're doing is just, you know, being people, and, you know, what comes naturally to me is what I want, you know what I'm saying, you to see it come naturally to you too. So, in that sense, you know what I'm saying, I mean, pressure is just a facade, you know what I'm saying? It's like the Matrix type thing, you know, so, you know, it just, you know, it's a game, you feel me?
Alright,
it's all good.
9.3 WRFG, I see the phone line lighting up. Enough respect out to Ross Kofi in the studio.
Big homie Ross Kofi in the building. We just did a banger on the Soul Messiah track the other day. You know what I'm saying? Got a maroon mentality.
That's what
we the maroons, you feel me?
That's what it is.
We the slaves in the bush, you know what I'm saying? Modern day gorillas in the midst, you heard?
Word, that's what it is. Because that's the reason I even asked you that question. Because I know Ross Kofi, you know, his parents and who his parents were in the movement, and then, you know, who your people were in the movement and all that. So I know it's a lot of pressure.
Right.
Sometimes to.
I mean, the pressure to me comes from being able to relay what the movement really is correctly and clearly to people. Because a lot of times people have, most of the time, really, people have a misconstrued view of what the movement is. The movement wasn't perfect, but the movement was needed, and that's important for people to realize that just because the movement wasn't perfect and we were infiltrated by COINTELPRO and whatever have you, you know, that's important to realize that the movement wasn't perfect. So, you know what I'm saying, just because that's the case, I think a lot of people got turned off by what they call this black stuff, quote unquote. So, you know, it's important, you know, kind of, you know, look away from that and just do what comes naturally. You know, you got to ride for black people. You black with us, you gonna do it. You know what I mean? So that's how we on it. And I still sag my pants, and I still do it. You feel me?
89.3 WRSG. We gonna be right back.
Salute. What's up, bro?
So beside the track.
89.3 RBG in the flesh.
Black.
The South is New Africa. For those people out there don't understand the whole South is New Africa.
Yeah.
So break it down for them.
Bustin', man. The South is New Africa is about not being no punk A and not double G. You feel me? It's like, man, it's like you got to take back what's owed to you as a people and as a whole. A lot of people, you know, be on the race don't matter card and all that. I mean, I'm like, you know, race won't matter once we, you know, get back to where we're supposed to be as a people. You know what I'm saying? Once we get our reparations, so to speak. You know what I mean? And then we can start to talk about what kind of role race really plays in today's society, because it's quite evident that it does. So the South is New Africa is about understanding that this land that we work for the most part of our lives as black generations is owed to us, you know what I mean, through some kind of, you know, reparations or what have you, through technology, land, and, you know, so on and so forth. So that's how we on it, man. That's why I call it the concept of South is New Africa, to keep that memory in people's heads, and we're just going to keep rolling with that, you know what I mean?
True indeed. And when you talk about New Africa, I mean, talking about Africa.
Yeah.
And you're talking about New Africa, meaning that this is where most of our people came from, these states, and the states that were included in. Yeah,
you got Mississippi, the Carolinas, Georgia, Alabama, and Louisiana, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we call New Africa. And that's, you know, that a lot of people ask me why those particular states, and that's because, you know, that's what most of the black people in America have, you know, ties to. Not everyone, but most of them. You know, the highest count of black people is in those 5 states, you know what I'm saying? And we call that the Black Belt South. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
that's
a
when you
constant
work for
reminder
300 years for free.
That's right. You work that for free, you know what I'm saying? They owe that, and we come back for everything you owe.
Hey man, don't be talking from all the way over here like that, you know, Mike. That's Minister Service. You know
and
what I mean?
Plus those states are the states that our people work for like 300 years for free. So, you know, if we're talking about, you know, freedom, justice, and equality, then, you know, land is the basis for freedom.
Right on.
And we need some land.
That's
what it really is.
And I be telling people, you really can't call yourself a revolutionary if you really ain't got land on your mind as far as, you know, an objective for your revolution, man. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? All revolutions are fought for land.
Right, so, you know, also...
If you're a revolutionary out there and you call yourself banging on the system, if you ain't about New Africa or wherever your people is from, you might be a Libyan revolutionary. If you ain't about freeing Libya or wherever, you know, your ancestral roots come from, you ain't no revolutionary, period.
That's right. Plus, you know, most of them are not trying to carry that title anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because that's real work. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about you making a rap record. You know what I'm saying? There's some real work that needs to be done. You know, and for all the people that call themselves progressive, if you're not up on what's going on with reparations, don't let them minimize it to black people just getting a check. You know what I'm saying? It's much deeper than that. You know, so we have to make sure that we are progressive enough to understand even the concept, you know, because prior to even getting the physical land, the consciousness has to be ready for that as well.
That's right.
89.3 WRFG in the studio is Zayd Malik, letting you know what's going to be taking place. That's next Saturday, March 12th. This is going to be at Cloud 9 Lounge, 177 Peter Street. 89.3 WRFG. Peace and living. Zayd Malik in the studio. That run right there, Melifair. Enough respect out to Melifair.
Yeah, it's a little Melifair.
You know what I mean? Fight for us.
That's right.
Yeah.
All day.
Enough respect out to them. So, Zayd, I was just thinking about something. Like all day I was at my man's house and I was watching Fuse the whole day. And today they had like Pac the whole day. And Pac was talking about, you know, him growing up and him not necessarily having you know, him not living. You know, Pac always talked about, you know, him not living in different things.
Because folks like caught up in the movement.
And he talked about COINTELPRO and all these things that affected his family. And And I'm thinking, you know, because I see Zayd Malik becoming popular. You know what I mean? Because you're reaching the kids, and I played your music for young people.
Yes,
and Hawk appealed to the young people, and you know the young people is the ones who usually start a revolution.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And if you are able to touch the young people in the same way, are you concerned? Are you concerned about COINTELPRO, which is still alive today? They just call it the U.S. Patriot Act. You know what I mean? But at the same time, are you concerned about that? Are you concerned about the messages that you put in your music could make you a target, could make your family a target, your children, your wife?
Well, the thing is, man, I'm a real man, real talk, first and foremost. So, like, I really can't operate out of fear, man. It's like, you know, fear is the waste of emotion, and so I really don't acknowledge that.
What about concern?
And concern, I mean, you have to be concerned, but, you know, I'm just concerned being black. Like, without this rap stuff, I get pulled over, you know, I've been, you know, banged up plenty times, you know, and the officer never heard any of my songs, you know what I mean? So, as far as COINTELPRO is concerned and all that kind of thing, I mean, I think that's what this In the Flesh stuff is about, man. It's about, like, just putting it all out there, because it's like, that's a facade, man. All that concern and all that scary talk is facade. They're getting at you anyway, whether you say it or not. So it's like, just say it, man. And let the chips fall where they may, homie. I mean, free the land.
Sure 89.3 WRFG, the Beats and Lyrics Show. You know, we talking to Zayd Malik. You know, so there's so much that's going on. Talk to me about what's gonna happen this night for your album release with New African Entertainment.
Man, it's going down, man. We're gonna have a lot of performances. We're gonna try to get a lot of the homies performing, and we're just gonna celebrate, man. The project, you know, you come through, man. We're gonna give away CDs at the door. I mean, so you're gonna get a good glimpse of the project at the function. Man, it's gonna be all the way to Zulu, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the album release party, man. Come kick it with me. You know what I mean?
That's what it is. Don't forget, Cloud 9. You know, Cloud 9 Lounge. That's 1177 Peter Street, right here in ATL. Enough respect out to you. Before I play your next cut, I'm trying to hear you spit a little something.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
As a matter of fact, I kind of want an acapella so they can actually hear exactly what it is you're saying.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna turn Ife now. Enough respect out to Ife Jai.
Yeah, shouts out to Ife Jai out there representing for me. You know what I'm saying? She's a big help to this movement right here.
That's your manager right there. You know what I mean? That's what it is. For Beats and Lyrics, Zayd Malik in studio.
Yeah. Alright, boom. Busted. I got a maroon mentality, attacking cause casualties. A modern day gorilla in the midst like my family tree. Right. My brother mad at me, he died 12 years ago. Saying you ain't riding hard enough for your people. And you supposed to be the sequel to the Blockbuster. Represent for Glockbusters cause they know the Glock is trusted. The military minded soldiers busting shots blindly, trying to find Jehovah. In fact, never mind me. On the low, I'm a soldier. I go to work daily. At night, I ride for my culture, a superhero on the mic. He won't go without a fight. Yeah, for sure I'm down to die. Cause I'm knowing that I'm right, it could have been in my blood. Memories from my ancestors, embedded in my DNA. That's what people say. I'm predisposed to being a G. I'm a victim of it. White supremacy, but being black, I still love it.
That's what it is. 89.3 WRFG. Yo, next Saturday, March 12th.
Little Ross Kofi.
That's what it is. Ross Kofi in the studio. That's what it goes.
Stick man.
Huh?
Stick man.
Stick to the beat. I liked it as soon as I heard it. I was like, Zayd Malik, where can people buy your music?
ZaydMalik.com, ZaydMalik.com. You can check out the videos on YouTube at Zayd Malik, Outlaw RBGs with a Z on the end, RBGs, you know what I mean? Got some good videos on there. You can holler at me on the Bandcamp site if you want to download song by song. But yeah, the new project comes out next Saturday, man. So come through to the album release party. It's gonna be at Cloud 9 Bistro, man. It's going down 177 Peter Street, 10 o'clock. Be there.
That's what it is.